Rabbi Nachman, when he revealed the Tikkun Haklali, Rabbi Nachman revealed many things to Am Yisrael, but one of the strong things that he revealed was Tikkun Haklali. Tikkun Haklali is 10 chapters of Tehillim that are said in that order. Tehillim itself has many, many effects, endless effects, and he took two witnesses, and he made sure that these witnesses were aware that if a person comes to his tziyun, not on Rosh Hashanah, anytime during the year, and says the Tikkun HaKlali and gives a pruta, a coin for tzedakah, when it's joined with a genuine tshuva of him really, wanting to get his life together and removing himself from all the, wrong in his life. So he said he promised that he'll do anything he can. He'll walk to the widths and ends of all the worlds to help this Jew, even if he has to go to the bottom of Gehenom. Now, obviously, Gehenom is not only, the burning furnaces of fire that you could imagine after a person passes away. Gehenom is even in this life, any living of restriction, of dinim, any life that comes not through chesed. A person through their sins causes a minimization of the shefa to them, chas v'shalom, and causes that the attitude from heaven to them happens through din.
Right.
Through din, that's Gehenom. Taking a person out of Gehenom means taking a person out of the attitude of din and bringing them into the attitude of rachamim. And obviously tshuva does that. When a person gets their life together and they say, Creator of the world, I want to serve you. So there's no need to give judgment to this person. But sometimes a person in their life could be involved in deep cycles of sin and darkness that they themselves can't get out of. So Rabbi Nachman made it his business, even during his life. Rabbi Nachman, who were his friends? Who did he hang out with? You would think he hung out with the biggest tzaddikim and the biggest. You're right. If you actually read his biography, you see that some of his friends were the biggest gangsters and the biggest rashaim and the biggest philosophers. Like he hung out with these people. He brought them close to him. He was involved in taking people out of Gehenom, not only in theory, in actual practice, and taking people out of negative loops and negative lifestyles and wrong ways of thinking and redeeming people. That was his life. That was his love. He traveled Ukraine, looking, spending time with these people. Rabbi Nachman was a very isolated person. He told his Hasidim, he only saw them twice or three times a year. He wasn't into running big shows and having big people around him. So he was really involved in even his choice to be buried in Uman. His choice to be buried, Uman wasn't his birth town. Uman was a city that he traveled in. When he got to Uman was 100 years prior to this was a great massacre in Ukraine, and there was a mountain of bodies, 30,000 bodies that were killed and buried in one, kever achim, in one brother grave. And Rabbi Nachman said, "These souls need me. They're calling for me. They didn't get to their tikkun yet. I want to be buried with them." His whole life was about helping souls reach rachamim, reach mercy. So the Tikkun HaKlali is not about Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah, he said, is a total different inyan that he has, that Hashem gave him as a gift. He said that Hashem gave him as a gift, Rosh Hashanah. But his life's mission was involving himself in people's lives and people's cycles, and then getting them out of the wrong that they're in, out of the crookedness that they're in, out of the Gehenom that they're in. So he said, if you journey to me, if you come to me, I'll be able to come to you. When we come to a tzaddik, it's a two-way street. Look at anyone that's been to Uman. Their life is not the same. No one. Yeah. Everything's something magical, something deep, something real. It's spiraled a whole new cycle of change in their life. No one's the same afterwards.